All right, so in this video, you're gonna learn how to choose the best niches for your Etsy and Merch by Amazon business. I'm also going to talk about my top 5 print-on-demand categories of niches, and then I'm gonna give you a spreadsheet that you can download and you can use that for the next step of this process. So welcome to video number 2 in this series, and in this series I'm teaching you how to build a 6-figure print-on-demand business using just Etsy and Amazon. If you don't know who I am, my name is Eric, and I've been selling print-on-demand products for over 5 years now. So I've sold tens of thousands of print-on-demand products, and in this series I'm teaching you how to do the same thing that I'm doing. So if you haven't watched the first video in this series, make sure to go to my channel and click on playlists, and then click on Merch by Amazon tutorial. That'll hold all the videos for this series. So before you jump in and start a Etsy account and start your store or apply for Merch by Amazon, you need to do a few things first. I think a lot of people who are new to this do things a little backwards. So they would go in and do their store first, create their store first, and that's really not the way to do it. What you want to do is do your niche research first. So the steps I'm taking you through this video series is actually the correct way to do it. So make sure that you're going through these videos in the right order. So like I've said before, since we're selling on Etsy and Amazon, there is a lot of search traffic to be had. So you want to be in all different types of niches. You don't want to be in, one or two, because it's going to limit the amount of traffic and sales that you can get. Since it's all search based, there's a limited number of searches. Plus, like I said before, you're going to need thousands of products on these two sites in order to make a 6-figure business. And if you're thinking that that is a lot of uploads, it is, but over the course of a year to 3 years, it's really not that many per week or per day that you need to upload. All right, so let's get into my top 5 niche categories for Merch by Amazon and Etsy. And one thing I want to do, I want to preface this with, these are in no particular order. So one category is not going to perform better than the other. So just keep that in mind. So the first niche that I want to talk about is actually pets and animals. You're going to want to go straight to cats and dogs in the pets niche, but you want to dig a little further too. Yes, you can make a lot of money with the cats and dogs niche, but you want to go with things like snakes, birds, fish. Those types of things also sell really well. And it's not just pets, it's really all animals that have a passion, that people have a passion around. So things like elephants and unicorns and sloths, and llamas, and apparently llamas are the new unicorns or something, I don't know. But those are the things that you actually want to focus on when you're doing pets and animals. And when you're doing pets, you want to go deeper into the actual breeds. If you wanted to do breeds of dogs, you could do chocolate labs, West Highland Terriers, wiener dogs, anything like that. You can also, go really deep into dogs niche. And honestly, you could build an entire 6-figure business just in the pets and animals niche. Because with each specific animal or pet, you could actually have hundreds of different designs. So just in this one category alone, you could build a 6-figure business. The next category I want to talk about, the second category, is actually careers. The key to this niche is staying inside careers that people are actually not only passionate and they like doing, but they're proud of actually doing their job. So things like nursing, policemen, firemen, military, and things like that, they are proud to have that job. So that's something that people would not only buy products in, they would actually buy gifts for other people that have that job. So this is a really good niche to get into. And again, you can go deep inside each of these careers. So if you're a nursing, you could do registered nurses, nurse practitioners. You could do specific jobs inside the military. I don't know a ton about the military, but you could go deep within that niche. And then engineering, you could actually go right into like civil engineering, mechanical engineering, software design, stuff like that. Really have to go deep within that niche. So number 3, the third one I want to talk about, the third category is hobbies. Hobbies are a great way to build a print-on-demand business because there's not only a ton of hobbies, like thousands and thousands, if not tens of thousands of different hobbies, but hobbies are something that people are extremely passionate about. So here's a way to find a ton of different hobbies really quickly. You just go to Google, you type in list of hobbies, click search, and at the top here, it'll show you tons of different hobbies, everything from writing, photography, gardening, knitting and drawing, to chess and archery and guitar and scuba diving and baking, juggling. There's tons of stuff here. All you got to do is just copy all these, write it down, either in a spreadsheet or on a piece of paper, and go through them as you are creating your designs. There's literally tons of different hobbies that you can create designs around. So the fourth category is actually holidays and birthdays. So this is a category that is somewhat evergreen because it comes around once every year, but the birthdays portion is really something that you can capitalize on with print on demand. So with this category, you can actually really get the ball rolling if there's a holiday coming up in the next month or two, and there usually is. So right now, as I'm recording this video, it is February, and the next holiday is actually St. Patrick's Day, which is a very good holiday specifically for t-shirts and hoodies because people want to wear something green and something relatively funny usually when they're going out and having a good time with their friends. And then as far as birthdays go, you want to stick with usually the younger crowd, like kids, and then the older crowd, aka the almost elderly. So usually ages 1 to 12, parents are buying kids t-shirts for like their birthday parties and stuff like that. And then from age 21 on, you're going to want to stick with like age 21, the drinking age, and then age 30, 40, 50, and 60. Once you get way up there, I'm sure there's going to be some sales for like, 80-year-old shirts and 90-year-old shirts. I haven't done any of those, but the shirts from 1 to 12 sell really well, and other products obviously are going to sell really well for those audiences depending on the age that you're going for. So the next category I like to upload designs in is actually trending ideas. Now I'm gonna warn you, trends are actually tough to catch because the problem with them is they're short-lived and usually they're very unpredictable. But if you can ride the wave of a trend, you can actually make quite a bit of money in a short period of time. Now, again, trends are hard to spot sometimes, and they're hard to capitalize on because there's a lot of other sellers doing the same thing that you are. But if you can make even 1 or 2 designs work on a trend, it can make you, a lot of money in a short period of time. So let me give you a couple examples of some trends that were happening. Now, in 2018, there was the solar eclipse that happened through the United States, and most people in the United States were actually able to see this total solar eclipse. And when that happened, a ton of people put t-shirts with designs on them like this, and they sold really well. Obviously, the bestseller ranking is really high right now, and I'll talk about that in the next video. These shirts, specifically this one, I remember this one, probably sold thousands of units during a very short time frame, like 4 to 6 months. Another trend that was happening just last year in 2019 was the Storm Area 51, where someone created an event on Facebook and it kind of just blew up, and it was all over the news and all over kind of the internet. So a ton of different designs came out related to storming Area 51, and they did really well. So if you were to hop on this trend and create 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 designs and upload them at the right time and create really good, unique designs like these people are, then you're going to really make a lot of profit in a short period of time. And this is how you actually want to get started, especially with Merch by Amazon when you are at the lower tiers. Now what you need to do is head over to ShuckaBuck.com/POD niches. There'll be a link down in the description, and download my niche spreadsheet. So I'm going to give you a bunch of different niches inside of these 5 categories. So everything I talked about in this video is going to be posted on that niches spreadsheet. So make sure to go and download that, and then we'll see you in the next video where we're going to be talking about using that spreadsheet to create design ideas from that list. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.